Guys, welcome to Code Your Trade. Today we'll be writing some Python code to calculate running PNL of zerodha. Without actually using WebSockets, we'll be just using REST APIs to do this. Yes. Um, Before getting started, if you haven't installed the official kiteconnect package, please go ahead and install. To do that, you just need to give pip install kiteconnect and enter. As I've installed this earlier, my choose I've already installed, and I'll clear this. uh, Now let's import this kiteconnect package to our file, and next we need credentials as cred. So what are these credentials? I'll show a demo file. These are essentially some of your account credentials you need to have to trade algorithmically. So I have API key, API secret, user ID, password, TOTP. You'll find this in different places. API key, API secret, you get this when you're creating your algo account with zerodha. User ID, password is your user ID and password. TOTP is 2FA authentication, which you get when you're creating that. Now let's come back to our code. Now I'll import some more packages. Now I'll import time. I'll import date time, right? I will give an enter point to this code, which is very important to do, which will go something like this, is equal to main. This is where your code will get started, and we'll declare a variable called kite. I'll come to this shortly. Now we'll read the access token. Access token, I've already copied my access token and kept in this file. Uh, so I'll be reading this access token. If you want to know how to generate access token, I'll be making a video shortly on how to code getting the access token of zerodha, right? Now we'll just stick to calculating the running PNL. This is the access token. I'll be reading this from that file. Open access token.txt, and this should be in read format. Read. Now the global variable which we have declared, we'll be assigning that object here is equal to kiteconnect API key is equal to cred dot API key. Okay, and now we'll set this session kite dot set access token, and we'll give the access token which you have read here. Now we will write another function called main. Def main. In this we'll write a while loop while true. We will get the current time is equal to datetime dot now. Datetime dot now will actually give the current date and time for us. Now current PNL is equal to calculate PNL. This is a function we haven't written yet. We'll be writing this function shortly, and next we'll print the time like this. And so current time, which we initialized here, we'll be using this here. Current time dot strf time will be mentioning like how to display the correct format we need. And after this we'll display the PNL value. So we'll write P and L is current PNL. Okay, this is done. Now we'll give time dot sleep as, let's say, 0.5 seconds for now. What this function is doing is, as soon as the initial code is run, this code will call the main function, and this main function will run till we stop every 0.5 seconds. So what this is doing is, for every iteration it's calculating the current time. It will calculate the current PNL, and it will print the time and current PNL, and it will sleep for 0.5 seconds and do the same thing over and over until we stop the code ourselves, right? And we will now write the function which will actually calculate the PNL. We'll again use a while loop. While true, we'll have a try catch block. Try is to get the positions from zerodha, which is kite dot positions. And when you do this, it shows there are no parameters required to pass in. You can just use kite dot positions and you'll get positions. If this runs, we'll just break at this point, and we'll also write an except block as, let's say, exceptions as e. And if there are any exceptions, we'll write, and we will make it sleep for a second and continue. After this, if not positions, in the sense, if we don't have any positions, we don't need to process this, right? We don't need to go further, so we'll stop at this point itself. So if not positions, print, then we'll sleep for 1 second, and we'll actually return like a 0 value or something, right? Now we'll declare the initial PNL as 0. Now after, if the position is fetched successfully, we have to process that to get the current running PNL, right? So for position in positions, I have a for loop, and I'll give this as net. What this actually means, let's go to the API structure of zerodha. If you come to this official website of theirs, if you make an API call for positions, you'll get this response. You'll get status, data. In data, we can see one is net and other one is day. What this means, the net positions are your current open and closed positions. So these are the positions which you see basically here, and the day positions are the ones which you see in days history. We are interested in getting the net position data, so we'll be just using this net instead of day in our code. That's why I gave like net, so this will only choose this part of the data. If you look, we have some of the useful key value pairs which we need to calculate running PNL. For this one, I want to know the quantity of each position. So for loop for positions, you'll be looping through each and every object inside that array object, right? Here, position and quantity. Here, this is the one which you'll be needing. Yes, and the next one is cell value. So position, cell value, we have to find this one, cell value. Yes, to understand what each of the values mean, you have to go through documentation. You'll understand in one go. For LTP data, we'll actually be making an API call, which is kite.ltp. I'm giving this as an NFO. So this is basically used to get options, options and futures data in positions. Trading symbol, we'll be taking trading symbol from position, which is this one. right? After this one, we'll tell LTP is equal to LTP data and NFO FO plus position trading symbol. It should actually be like this. Yes, and we'll have the last price. There's something wrong. We have to remove this. Yes, now it's fixed. So what this means, basically we have to make an API call to get the LTP of our position. So the reason why we are doing like this is we had a other method to calculate our running PNL. If you see response we get in API call, we have a key value pair called PNL. We could have just used this PNL to calculate the overall PNL, where we retrieving all this key value pairs and storing this. The reason is zerodha has some issues updating PNL with every API call. They are lagging like 10 to 15 seconds behind, so we won't be getting accurate current running PNL. Now to get that, we need to get the correct LTP data also, the last traded price of that particular symbol. uh, that's the reason why we are doing something like this. We are making other API call LTP, which will accept instruments, basically. So we'll be passing all the trading symbols like this. You can modify if you're trading in equity, or you can add both NFO and equity. You can modify this code. After we get this LTP data, we will put this in a formula to calculate PNL, which you'll find an official website of Zerodha. Uh, this is their kiteconnect dev forum. You can go through this. If you have any issues, you can search these questions. You get some answers. You can use that in your code. This is the code I got while I was searching this dev form, like how to calculate the PNL. And we will use some of these values which I have set. So first we'll take the sell value, and we have to minus that with the buy value, and we'll add that with quantity multiplied by last traded price into multiplier. Yep, this is done. And at the end we will return the PNL. I think that's it. We will now run this program. Python 3 calculate pnl.py. The market is already closed, but we have the final PNL here, which is 21296.25. When I run this program, I should actually get 21296.25, right? Let's run this program and see. This is my terminal. Sorry, there was some error. I'll try that again. There's some issue with the code. We will see what's the issue. It's telling kite.ltp trading symbol is like this. Actually includes this in double quotes. Yes. Now we are getting 21296.25, which is the PNL we are getting here. Can actually get only the MIS or only the NRML order PNL. So this helps if you're doing intraday and you actually want to calculate only intraday trades, right? So in this condition, you just need to add a line after positions. In this net, you can see that the product, right? So you can filter the product by MIS or NRML. We'll add that line. Let's say if position, and we'll access the product. is equal to MIS, then we'll go ahead only with that, right? I'll click tab, and yes, that's it. Yeah, don't forget to add a colon. Let's run the code again. So this PNL is only the MIS PNL, only the orders which are placed using MIS order. You can change this, you can do like NRML. It will only show like the NRML profits, which can be useful if you're like calculating only MIS and you're trying to exit that position, overall position, if your target is hit or something. Alright guys, that's all for today. If you guys have any comments, comment it down below. If you want me to do any other um, coding videos like this, you can share your ideas in comments. I'll try to make those videos. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you guys.